the wildest radio show on the net. It's the Black Top. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time we get to know Black excellence. This couldn't be the most perfect time. I'm trying to tell you, with everything that's going on amongst Black America, this is the ultimate spotlight we need right here, ladies and gentlemen. She is a proud HBCU graduate of Virginia State University.
Yes, VSU in the building. Trojan.
Gold, blue, and orange, ladies and gentlemen. Man, this lady right here is a best-selling author. Hold on, we gotta stop and give that some praise. Hey, man.
Shout out to her.
Thank you so much. Girl.
Shout out to you.
Hey, man. We about to pass the fitted cap on for a collection. But ladies and gentlemen, here for the first time, but surely not the last time, stomping with the big dogs on the Black Top. The one and only Miss Iesha Mone'e. What's up, baby?
How's everybody doing? Thank you so much. Y'all are crazy.
Little wine, keep you fine. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We good.
Great.
First off, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Best-selling author. Wow. So let's start from the beginning. Okay. Was becoming an author always the goal for you?
Yes, but I didn't know it was gonna happen the way it did. So I'm not even 30 yet, and I plan to write a book in my 30s. So I'm in my 20s now, and I kind of got the opportunity. It's like, okay, but you get a little nervous. You're like, can I do this? Am I gonna do this? And then you do it, and it's like, okay. And then you get the nervous, like, oh, all right. So, I mean, it happened. It wasn't planned to be this soon, but I'm grateful, either way. Like, very grateful.
That's an ultimate achievement.
Right. Okay, so it's bigger than what I realized. I feel like it didn't really hit me until I got the book.
Yeah.
Right. So, we did it, and then the numbers came in, and it happened, but I didn't even have a copy yet. So then I saw it, and I was like, we really did that.
So
it's crazy.
How did that even occur?
So I went to Virginia State, of course. I graduated in May 2013. So I've been out of school almost, I'm telling my age now, like 7 years. And, I just been working. So I'm kind of like playing with my entrepreneur journey a little bit in the last 2 years. Now I'm like full-fledged into it. And, you just meet people. So one of my friends reached out, and he's like, I have an amazing opportunity for you. You can be, an author for the HBCU Experience. So initially I'm like, okay, what is this? I'm like reading my emails. Mind you, this is like in the fall of 2019. So at this time, I'm still working. So, this is pre-COVID. I'm still working. Everything's just regular. I'm living my regular life. And he reached out, and I was just like, okay, So I started writing. I sent in like a little, biography. They're like, oh yeah, we need, like, we want to do this. So I'm like, okay, And I cheer at Virginia State too, so I was like the only woo that was invited. So I'm
woo.
I don't know how.
About to mess up the whole interview now. Hold on.
Hey.
I don't know how many, women have came before me in my same path, but for me to do it, it's like, it's even more crazy. Like, I don't know, I'm just very grateful. So that's kind of how it happened. We worked on it for like 6 months. We were a little bit delayed due to like the pandemic and stuff. So really it should have released early March. We were supposed to have like a whole book tour and stuff, but we kind of had to adjust to it.
Right. Well, that's super dope.
Thank you.
Well, your portion in the book is about the HBCU experience. Tell us about your HBCU experience.
Okay, so I always knew I wanted to go to school, like in high school. I just didn't know like where I wanted to go. So I initially applied to like 5 schools, and I ended up, one of my older friends, I grew up with her. We used to be in the same neighborhood, cheering, everything in the backyard, ice cream truck every week. Like, that was us. And she would post all the time on Facebook. Like, she's in front of like Branch Hall, Bird Hall, all these places, And I'm like, Nisha's doing what? Like, so I'm interested. I'm like, oh, this look cool. So I visited other schools, VCU being the main one, because I kind of really wanted to go there, because I'm from Richmond, so it's home.
Okay.
But when I got to state, it just felt like I was supposed to be there. I don't know. Like, you ever do something in life, you're like, all right, this feels like this is my moment.
Absolutely.
So when I went to visit her, this was probably like in the fall of 2008. I just was like, it just felt right. And then I ended up getting accepted. I got in, I went. I met my roommate literally the day of registration. So when I initially checked in, I was in the room by myself. I'm like, oh, I'm not about to live by myself on campus. Like, I'm trying to meet some people, you know. Right. It's awkward. I don't really know what I'm doing. So I met her literally in registration line. She was from Cleveland, Ohio. Absolute blessing to my life. But I really went to school to cheer. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I wanted education, but I really wanted to be a woo. Like, that's really why I went to Virginia State. So, you know, once I did that, I ended up, you know, just meeting so many people. I was able to be like in the student athletic committee. I was a future African American millionaire member. Just a whole, you know, a lot of different stuff happened in 4 years. I'm working like 2 jobs. I'm a member of like 3 orgs. You know, I was kind of all over the place. But it definitely shaped me to be, you know, who I am today. And it kind of, that's like where I got my initial hustle from. Like, you know, I would stay up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning doing papers, and then I got to be in class at 8. I'm at work by 4, you know. So that's kind of how I adapted to like that get up and go lifestyle that I have now. So I mean, it really created, you know, the woman you see today.
She got 6 jobs. She don't get tired.
No, I don't get tired.
With the HBCU stuff, now they got 2, 3 major basketball stars.
Yes.
You heard about it? Talking about considering going to a HBCU.
Sell them.
Now,
who? I didn't see that.
The top 2 and like one of the top 5 basketball recruits
in high school.
They were talking about because of everything that's going on now and kind of like.
I mean, but state is lit though.
It is. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was going to state since I was 16 years old, and I wasn't registered in classes.
Okay.
So state is lit.
I feel. I mean, how do you feel like as an athlete coming to your type of school? Because like states is not like they're not in the Final Four basketball and stuff like that. But if athletes like that came to Virginia State, how do you think their experience would be compared to going to like a Duke or
you see, it's kind of different because, I mean, a lot of people just initially think of like financial resources. So when you see like top athletes go to places like Duke and like UNC and, you know, USC, you automatically think like these guys are taken care of. They're probably making, you know, like 10, 12 bands off a year, you know.
On the side,
on the side. I'm sorry, on the side. You know, it's just different. But I think, you know, it's necessary almost at this point because you got to think, people are attracted to the school for athletics. You know, so when you get to schools that are like Duke, UNC, if you have those key players that go to places like Virginia State, Union, Hampton, you automatically bring an entire different crowd, you know what I'm saying, towards what you're doing. And it's so crazy because Highland Springs now has drafted so many, you know,
NFL players,
you know, they are like, they rolling through. Like, you can't keep up, you know. And I mean, it's just like granted, it's not going to be the exact same thing, but I will guarantee you that going to HBCU, you're going to get an in-home experience. You're going to meet, I mean, I speak to so many people today. You know, my friend Bria, she went to State, you know, like 80% of my circle went to my HBCU. I wouldn't be, you know, where I am if it wasn't for that. So granted, it's not going to be as lucrative initially, but over time, it's going to, you know,
and then tell them Duke ain't got the woo-woos. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
nah, they don't.
You're not going to get a better vibe than that. I can't even lie to y'all.
All they cheerleaders.
We done cheered against a lot of people. You're not going to get a better
I
vibe.
always wanted to be a woo-woo when I was little.
all the Duke's cheerleaders shaped like ironing boards, so, you know.
Let me...
SpongeBob here.
Go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, let me ask, because I'll never forget. I didn't go to an HBCU, and I wish I did. But I will never forget, I had one black English lit teacher. And she went to an HBCU, and she was, you know, an actress. She played Rosa Parks in the BET Rosa Parks movie. So she said to the black people in the classroom, if you can, go to an HBCU. It is the last place that you'll be able to celebrate your blackness in the world. Talk to me about, like, what would you tell somebody who's on that fence of, do I want to go to the HBCU or do I want to do the traditional thing and throw myself into a mixed college environment?
Right, and I mean, you know, so my biggest advice to somebody else would be, you know, I'm the girl that wanted to go to the PWI. You know, that was my life, like polos and preppy boots, you know, that's who I was in high school. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to college, it's about to be lit, like, you know, that's what I wanted to do. But at the end of the day, you know, when you go to a HBCU, you're exposed to so many different people, but the beauty in it is that they look like you. So I could, you know, be exposed to a lot of different stuff if I went to a PWI, but they can't really relate to my culture, you know? And I can say that because I have friends from both sides, especially now that I'm in a professional environment, you know, and a lot of my coworkers are on that side, you know, of the fence. And I mean, if you really are like choosing between the two, I'm gonna always be the person to tell you to follow your instincts. So I'm not gonna say go to HBCU just because you're black, but I'm gonna tell you that if you go to an HBCU, you're gonna be well taken care of, like no doubt.
Word.
You know, I don't have any friends that have had, you know, a super negative or super bad experience. You go to your professor, you might be like, listen, I was out last night. I know my paper due at 8. You know, can I get an hour? Like, just give me 30 minutes and I got you.
I agree.
It might be 5 pages instead of 7, but I got you.
What I'm talking
know?
about.
And it's just different because I mean, you can kind of connect with your professors sitting in a large classroom. You know, and I've had them at State where it's like, you know, 150 of us. You are, you know, you're drowned out. You're not heard. And I never want to be in a place where I feel like I'm a number. You know, I want to matter. If I walk past my professor today, she's like, Iesha, why your skirt? Where you going? You know, and that's the vibe I want. Like, be my parent, but be my teacher too. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah.
No, it does. And it's crazy that you say that because literally I was just having this conversation with someone else today, and they were talking about their difference, why they chose a HBCU over another school, and they said because they feel the connection with their teachers and they feel the connection with the people around them. So I agree 100% with that. I think that's dope.
It's so true. And I mean, homecoming.
Yes.
Man, come on now.
Yes.
Can't compare nowhere.
No.
I don't care. I know we always argue about who got the best homecoming, but every homecoming is lit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Every HBCU homecoming is lit. I've never been to a bad one.
That's a fact.
And the vibe I got there.
That's a fact. Every HBCU homecoming is lit.
Yes, every HBCU homecoming.
But you brought up a good point though, because a lot of people don't understand that there are a lot of different people at HBCU. Because you think it's all black people, but you got people from all over the place, like Jamaica. You got people from everywhere, and you just, you know, it's like it's still a different people in there. It's just like you said, they look like you, so it's like
so it's relatable.
I like how you put that. That's nice.
So I want to get your opinion about this.
Okay.
We had a guest call in a couple weeks ago.
Oh my!
You beat me to it. You beat me to it.
So
on the way.
Her name is Ebony Acton.
How I forget about this?
And nah, come on back.
I need you to head on back, Iesha.
Yeah. Come on now.
No, he didn't ask you. I was going to ask.
I appreciate that. Let's address the issue. Okay.
That's exactly why I tapped you. So we had a lady named Ebony Acton on the show. Well, call in and
and by the flick of them dreads, I already know.
She went in. She is Miss VSU.
Did not only her sister called in and went in after that.
That too, but she spoke about self-hate. She hated black women, but she went to HBCU.
Wait, she was a woo-woo too. Were y'all at the same time?
Was
this the same time frame?
We got an exclusive.
Was this the same time frame?
She's a little younger than me. So,
she is younger than you.
Yeah, she's younger than me.
Okay.
So she's not my spirit. We go by years. So I joined in 2010. I want to say she might be like spring 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But I personally have never cheered with her. I know her. We never shared a court or a field.
Y'all were in school at the same time.
She was at school while I was at school, but I was headed out while she was, you know.
Still in. Got you.
So how'd you feel about that, man?
Tell us about it.
So we're going to address the elephant in the room.
Come on.
Speaking of, matter of fact, and let's be real, because we have another person who went to stay at the same time.
We do.
So do you want to give us some input on your side as well?
Okay, so, you know, I am not going to discredit her experience. I'm not going to take anything away from the way she was raised or, you know, the situation that she was brought up in. But what I can say from my personal standpoint is that she has received nothing but love from the side of Virginia State University, Woo-Woos and Delta Sigma Theta. Now, I am not in a sorority, you know, that's not my thing.
Okay.
But a lot of my friends are, you know, and I know how sisterhood works. You know, I've been in 3 organizations. I have sisters from all different backgrounds, you know, and I mean, for her to some of the statements she made, I'm looking at it in disbelief. Like, sis, are you serious? Like, wait a minute now. Hold on. Like, which part of Virginia State did you attend that I missed? Because, I mean, number one, you were a former Miss BSU. That's number one.
Must
you
be
were
two sides.
Well, her sister said the same thing. So
I'm very glad you asked me this because, I mean, you know, granted, she's biracial, so she's half black and she's half white. And I understand if you identify more with one side of your race. You know, I personally don't have personal experience with that.
Right.
But my thing is, you cannot say that you hate black women, and to me, you're a black woman. It's no way you can say that.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Not only that, it's no way that you can say, I hate black women or they never did X, Y, and Z for me, and your mother is one of them. You're making no sense. If that's the case, how were you afforded the opportunity to even go to college? Do you really want to get there? You know what I'm saying? Like, be grateful. Be appreciative.
And then don't you gotta get voted? Don't you gotta get voted?
Hold on. And
she ain't done yet.
Do not use Black Lives Matter and this platform
Come on now.
this situation and what's happening to speak out on personal issues that you have not resolved.
Yes.
You need to like go to counseling, start from the forefront, you know, start at the beginning, figure out what really the issue is, and don't blame people around you for situations that you were in. Because at the end of the day, you played a part too.
Thank you.
So it doesn't, like, come on now.
I
watched
appreciate
both
that.
videos.
I said
Twice.
the same thing to her. I agree with you 100%. My issue was you went to an all-black college and you had problems with black women.
Right.
It didn't make sense to me.
And from
make
your
it make sense,
storyline,
sis.
you said that you already had issues with these women prior to you attending Virginia
Make
State.
it make sense, sis.
Thank you. Don't do something out of convenience. Like, just be real. You know, I'm not gonna say you didn't experience self-hate. I'm very sorry that you know, my heart goes out to you for your molestation. You know, whatever it is that she spoke on. Like, I'm very sorry you had to deal with those trials and tribulations as a young girl. Nobody should ever have to go through that. I'm not excusing anybody's behavior, and I'm not saying that your viewpoint is wrong. I just want you to be honest and be real and transparent when it comes to what you went through.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you wouldn't be a woo-woo. You wouldn't be a Delta if you hate black women. Those are two key organizations.
Hold on.
The strongest black women. Woo-woo, I've grown up.
But you gotta do too much to cross.
And strong black women.
You gotta do too much to cross, right? As a Delta. Like, how in the world is you not loving each other?
Exactly.
Like, you gotta do way too much.
I hate you, bitch. Vote for me.
But how does that work? And you have a little bit more insight into the HBCU situation than we do. How does that work when? And I know you said you didn't pledge, but how does that work as a Delta? And you've said this about your sisters. How
you know? And I mean, for woo-woo, we take sisterhood very seriously. So these girls have bought the book. You know, I've been at their baby showers, their weddings, everything. These are girls I talked to I just talked to two of them earlier today. You know, they bought stuff off my website, and it's like, how can you really sit here and say that you hate black women when we literally have supported you? You wouldn't have went up to be Miss Virginia State without the support of the black student body at your college.
But they say, who voted for you? Black people.
I don't think you are running for.
That's all that go to the school, basically.
Period. That's all that goes to the school. You might got 20 white people. Like, come on now. Come on.
That's my point exactly. Like, there's no way you're even comfortable running if you don't identify and feel comfortable
with
as
them.
a black woman.
Exactly.
What's going on?
I think it's like she was using them.
I think that she did something out of convenience, you know, especially with the situation that we're in right now. It's a very, very sensitive time. And at this time, I don't even want to be upset with her. I don't want to be mad at her. I want to hug my sister. Like, girl, like, come on. You know, you obviously are lacking in something. You know what I'm saying? And let's figure out what it is that you need and let's fix it.
I agree. I agree.
Ooh, child.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems like she used to watch that movie School Days.
Absolutely.
She needs to watch the movie School Days. Like, you are the problem girl. Like, this is.
I can't stand.
Inside this girl's mind, it must be a jigaboo versus wannabe.
You are the problem girl.
If you think about it, she crossed Delta. It had to be at least like 50 girls. You know, how did? It's not like it doesn't add up.
You need to write a book
Numbers
on her.
don't lie.
Real talk
Best
though. You probably need to do that. This is an exclusive.
Straight up.
I really just don't understand. But I was more so disappointed because I'm like, with the platform that you have, you should be using it to good. Why not take your experience and say, you know, hey, I probably didn't have the best opportunities, you know, coming through when I went through, but let me help somebody underneath me, you know, so that they don't make the same mistakes. Versus you bashing women that look like you. Like, granted, you say you half white. Girl, you look black, if you want to be honest.
Well, a lot of the people thought she was Latin, but we're not gonna get into that.
Oh, don't even get me started on how she conveniently used her Latino platform to win her Miss VSU. Did you know that? So her, you have to do like segments when you're in your you have to do segments.
Girl, don't worry. Hold them down. Hold them down. We coming.
You have to
Hold
do
on.
segments, when you're going through Miss VSU and it's like career, and talent and stuff. She was salsa dancing. So how do you like?
So she used cultural appropriation to get where she needs to be.
On YouTube. If you look at it, it's a lot of Virginia State videos. I'm sure it's probably there. I could bet you $100.
Oh, so she's
Matter of fact,
J-Lo.
I think she had on a red dress, if I'm not completely mistaken.
So she was
that's
Scroll down her Instagram.
That's the.
She was Shakira now. Okay.
Okay, she was Selena.
No, I'm not even gonna lie, because I bought a red dress to salsa in.
You know what? But yeah, I really, that just left a really sour
I'm
taste
sure.
in my mouth.
No, I feel you.
Because here you are, you're bringing pride to HBCUs, and you see
I would feel some type of way too.
that. Yeah, I mean that's a slap in the
And
face.
you know something though? I follow her, but my Instagram is kind of heavy right now, so I didn't even see it. It took a girl that went to Norfolk State. She's an AKA, and she posted something on her story and was saying something about woo woo, and I'm like, hold on, I'm ready to go to war. Like, let me pull out receipts. I'm a Virgo. I got you. What you need?
Right.
And I clicked on it, and I was like,
Oh, her.
I don't have nothing to say.
Oh, it's
have
about
nothing to
her.
say.
We don't really claim her like that. She just happened to be a part of the team.
Okay, I said, I think she came out of spirit, whatever she did, but she ain't a woo no more.
Wow.
That's over.
She a ooh.
Okay, don't even give her that privilege. Just give her a O. That's all
That
she gets.
sucks.
Well, I heard her stories.
Well,
Boo boo.
can I take her place? Because I always wanted to be a woo.
I got some Reeboks at the house for you. What's
Can I
up?
take her place?
I think I'm
I'll put on the
And
suit.
that's another thing. Women would kill. Do you know how many girls don't get picked for Delta,
Bruh.
Sigma Theta, or Woo Woo? Like, come on now. I was one out of like 200 that tried out.
I didn't try out, but
Like,
She
don't
wasted a
disgrace
whole
the legacy.
spot at Virginia State. Period. Like a whole.
Yeah, she did.
A whole. She wasted a dorm, a classroom seat.
you wasted a piece of loose leaf
She
paper.
like the character from the 5 Heartbeats when he got to the mic. He was like, it's lonely at the top.
Hey, yo, get.
How does it feel to be me? You don't even want to be here. That's how I feel. I feel like, girl, that could have been me.
Period.
I'm a real black girl.
Erica, shit.
But how you be Miss?
Hey, yo.
Like how you represent? How you be? It's basically the face of the school.
How does it feel?
Crazy.
Yeah, Miss VSU, that's a big deal.
That's the
you
face
know?
of the school. Like that's crazy to me.
She represents, the university in all different lights. It's crazy.
Oh man.
Crazy.
Wow.
Shout out to that man.
We glad to have you here and got the real insight on.
Yeah,
we
that's
learned
real.
a whole
We
lot.
needed that.
We learned a whole lot
We
today.
got 2 different stories.
Yeah.
We got her story, we got her sister's story, and now we have somebody
The
from
real
the
story.
outside story.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's always
And it sucks though, because she was
15 sides to a story.
Not to mention that the sister was saying that she lied about the sexual assault. thing
She
for her
did
brother,
say that.
It
which was
She
crazy.
said it
Yeah.
wasn't the brother, it was actually the dad.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So she did say that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. We got a video there for you.
And
Black
that's
Top
a
We
white
TV.
do.
dad,
Go
right?
back and watch. Yes.
Blacktop TV.
Black Top TV.
Check us
YouTube.
out.
But that's her sister
You too.
also said that her black family was the one who encouraged her, and the white side was the side that actually kind of put her down based
But
on.
you know the
her
crazy part about that? Black people accept everybody. If y'all
We
wanna-
do
Come on
though.
now. So
We
I don't
accept
even
everybody to our
believe-
cookouts,
I don't
just
wanna
on social
believe-
media.
And some of them ain't even invited.
Period. I don't even want to believe. You know, I can't tell you how many times I have like extended an arm just because of who you were. Like, so I'm not even gonna believe that her mom, would do that. I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong, but sis,
Well,
come on
I don't
now.
think it was. Well, the sister said the mom. There's an issue with the mom,
Oh, okay.
but as far as everything else that she felt like she fabricated because she didn't really deal with her black side of the family like that. She was more on the other
But
side.
it's crazy though, because she graduated how long ago? I graduated in 13. We're around the same,
Right.
timeline. So she had to come out
Right.
between like 15, 16.
Yep.
It's 2020.
Yeah.
You just want to address this?
Right.
This happened.
And that's
Convenient.
That's what we
Convenient.
said to her. We said it's very
It's bad timing.
off timing that you want to bring
Yeah.
this up at this time.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you
enough
crying
about
on social
her.
media. Right. Yeah,
Let's get
change the narrative.
to your
Real
stuff.
no
Let's
back.
get
Real
into
no back.
how you came up with the name for the Boulevard Coat line.
Oh my God. Okay, so
Yeah, we did our homework.
Y'all did our homework.
We did our homework.
We like to
No
do
cute.
background checks.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Legally
so my
stalking.
initial clothing line, my initial brand was Bossy Boulevard. I came up with that in 2018. So I was working at a financial firm, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was working for like one of the top millionaires in Richmond. He was like on a whole different level, you know. I mean, he's a white man, of course. But I'm working for him, and I'm his administrative assistant, but I like go through all his appointments and his clients. So I'm seeing the money that they're making. I'm like, yo, like, you know, it was crazy. So I was baffled at the fact that he was a millionaire. You know, like I'm sitting next to you every day, and I'm looking at your account. You got $9 million that you can touch right now, you know. So that's automatic inspiration. You know, I have never seen those kind of figures in my life. So I'm sitting at my desk, you know, I was a nail tech. I'm like, what can I do? So I played with like 4 or 5 names. I came up with Bossy Boulevard. So, okay, cool. I ended up being invited to a pop-up shop, a girl named Ebony. She does like fitness and stuff, and she's in Richmond area, Impulse Richmond. And I went to a pop-up shop,
Hit
and it
Fit?
was,
Hit Fit?
No,
Oh,
Impulse
okay.
Richmond. She
Oh,
was
okay,
like,
okay,
yeah. So I went to her pop-up shop, and it was girls and guys. So a lot of the guys were hesitant to purchase because it said Bossy. They like, oh, you know, and these are my homeboys, so I'm offended. I'm like, yo, buy the shirt, it's me. They like, nah, I say Bossy.
Right.
I'm gonna send you a donation.
I don't want to be bossy.
Right. So a lot of ideas I came up with were unisex anyway. So I'm like, you know, I have to figure out how I can spin this kind of, you know. So we ended up playing with like 3 or 4 names, and I came up with the Boulevard Brand. It's just so crazy because Virginia State is off of the Boulevard, you know, and the acronym for it is like Boss Life, Bitch is the Man. So it kind of all just felt,
Yes.
it kind of all just felt like, you know, I don't know, it aligned like perfectly almost. But when I started creating designs for it and I was seeing it, I'm like, oh, that's it. Like, it was no other question. Because I did mock-ups, you know, for shirts, but each of them had different names. I'm not gonna tell y'all because I still got the trademarks for them, just in case it come out later.
All right.
But when I was seeing it, I was like, that's it. Like, it's no question, you know. And I mean, we have received. Well, I keep on saying we. I don't have a team yet. It's just me. But I have received so much like.
Speaking into
positive-
existence. Speaking into existence.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bria, she on the team. She
Have a
just not
whole
getting paid
warehouse.
yet. You know, she working for free.
You got a whole warehouse.
Right,
People,
okay.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's okay.
But it's been so much positive like feedback, and just, you know, the last 60 days have probably been the hardest since I started, which was in 2018. But I'm just grateful. So yeah, that's how.
Yeah, that's dope. I got to get me a shirt, some socks,
Absolutely.
all that.
Yo, it sells out faster than I can post it. That's the problem.
I know that's right.
All that, sis.
Yes. So you say you're a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo.
I know you're a perfectionist.
I am.
Tell me, what are some of the things that drive you, keep you motivated as it relates to your business, your hustle, your passions?
So I have a son. He's 5. A lot of people don't know that because I don't post him, you know, on social media, just for my personal reasons.
I understand.
And people look at me crazy. They're like, "You got a kid?" I'm
Right.
like, "Yeah." They like, "Well, you don't have him on Instagram." I'm like, I am just
need
weird about
to.
people reposting him.
I
You know,
don't
it
need
makes
to.
me feel weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just me. So I just choose not to. But he's definitely like the core foundation of why I'm so driven and determined, because, you know, I come from like a middle class family. So we were never less fortunate. I've had everything, you know, I could have ever wanted. But just right at that level where it's like you working, but you maintaining. You're not really, you know, like up.
Yep.
And I see people around me and they like up, you know, in like their 30s. And I'm like,
I gotta
need
get
my
there.
son- yeah, I need him to be able to walk into this at 18 and not have to take, you know, 7-8 years to figure it out. That's how I feel, you know. So when I get like in those moments, because the last 2 weeks have been crazy. I have lost so much money, so much time, everything between like samples and, you know, just photo shoots through the COVID. Like everything is kind of like going super crazy. I feel like I'm out of control. That's when I remind myself, like, Iesha, like, let the universe, you know, work, let it manifest, it's gonna figure itself out. So that's kind of what keeps me going. Like, I pray a lot, I meditate. I drink a lot of water. I'm doing yoga. I can tell you. Girl, I try to, thank you.
Do you do your affirmations?
Oh, my affirmation board is crazy. So I take like a white poster board and I put it on my wall, but I use Post-it notes and I just write them down, you know, and I look at it every morning.
Yes.
That reminds me like kind of where I'm going. But it's hard because some days you like, I don't want to get up. Like, you know, I'm tired. This morning I stayed on the phone with my son till like 6 a.m. because he was at his dad's. And he on FaceTime with me. I'm like, yo, I got to be up in 2 hours to pack orders. It's 6 a.m., you know. So this is one of them days where I'm like, I'm tired, you know.
Yeah.
But you just remember kind of why you started. And that's what keeps you, you know, going.
So before we get into how these lovely folks is listening and watching can purchase the book, what has the feedback been since the announcement that you're now a best-selling author? What What has the impact been like for you?
Okay, so me, I'm like a screamer. When something happens, when I hit like a level or a goal, I'm like, like going crazy. Like that's my initial reaction.
Cheer coming out.
Right, okay, right. I feel like I'm at a game or something. I'm like, all right, it's lit, like we did it. So when I got the email, it didn't feel real. Like I just felt like, all right, she's like, oh, because it's basically a head author that was like kind of over us to like point us in the right direction.
Right.
So Ashley reached out and she's like, you're a best-selling author. That was the cap, the headline in the email, and it had like all these exclamation points. So I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm in a dream. Mind you,
Nah,
it's like
she
12
lying.
midnight. I'm like,
Let me see the references.
I'm like, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. So I turn my phone off, I go to sleep, I wake up, and then I saw like the video, and I was like, so then me, I checked the website because I'm like, all right, let me see. Like she could say this, but let me see what the numbers are really doing. And I was like, yo, this is crazy, I mean, I don't know. The feedback has been amazing. Like people have definitely been purchasing and supporting, but also they're like inspired to go on whatever journey, life's kind of taking them on. So I had a girl, she's a hairstylist. She's like, I want my own suite. Like I read y'all book. Like I'm about to put down a deposit. I'm like,
Word.
how? Like,
No,
it's amazing to have that influence. But, sometimes you don't want to, broadcast things because people can take it as, they look at you in a different light now. Like, oh, well, she thinks. And I'm like, no, like I'm the same person. I'm still grateful. I'm still humble. Like I'm still learning. I'm still working. I just want to show people that if I can do it, you can do it too. I mean, I'm a regular girl, from Richmond. Like, y'all can catch me anywhere.
I mean, it definitely inspired me.
I appreciate it.
It did.
You are now in the history books.
Yes, girl.
It's crazy.
I
If
mean,
we hit New
that's-
York Times, when we hit New York Times, then I'm probably gonna be like,
Yeah.
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 For now, it's kind of like,
It's coming.
No,
but
that's
New
dope.
York,
We
I'm gonna
gotta
be
put this
like,
out there.
You on your
we gonna put it on
Oasis.
the universe. It's coming.
You on your Oasis.
Wait,
What?
wait,
Don't
before
worry
y'all
about
get
it.
into the details, I have to ask the ultimate HBCU experience question.
Okay.
Okay.
A different world. Which character are you like the most?
I am definitely. What's her name? Whitley. That's me.
Really?
Ah, what you about to say?
What's her name? What's her name?
Freddie girl.
Freddie.
Oh,
You giving me Freddie vibes. You giving me Freddie
All
vibes.
right, so now I'm gonna be a Virgo. I got characteristics. But
I definitely said Freddie.
The older sister, the one who was like about it, the older one, and she was like serious and focused. I forgot her name.
What was her name?
What
With
was
the
her
short haircut.
I
know exactly what you're talking
Jalisa,
about.
was it Jalisa?
Yes.
Jalisa. Like,
You
I
were
get
giving
those
me
vibes.
Freddie vibes though. I would say Freddie.
I'm gonna be all three.
Or maybe Jada.
At all point in your life.
Hey, Mike,
Every
they got
point
two
in
hot-
your life. You every year.
Right. I'm
You
using
somebody different.
Right. Okay.
Her answer is all of them.
Everybody.
All of them.
Depending on what day it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, shout out to that. Well, ma'am, so we can get you to New York best times.
We
All
are.
right. Can you tell these lovely folks where they can purchase this book and where they can legally stalk you at?
Okay. So. Yo.
Make sure
you
it's
can
legal.
The book.
Straight up. Straight
We are
up.
not responsible.
Like crazy. So the book is going to be on Amazon. You just type in HBCU Experience Virginia State. It's going to pop up. It's right there. It's $18. Support. We do have wholesale, but I personally haven't gotten any of those because I'm trying to work on the clothing line. But some of the authors that are in the book do have them. I feel like I'm on one project at a time, so
Yeah.
I can't really, go into another one. But we probably will have a book tour soon. I just don't know when due to COVID. But yeah, shop up, pop up. Make sure y'all tag me, Iesha Mone'e on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of those. And then shop the Boulevard Brand.
Yes.
It might be sold out today, but restock on Monday. They be fast.
Hey,
She's
come on now.
restocking
Good problems
on
to
Monday,
have.
guys.
I
come on
post
now.
and it be gone. I'm like, okay, so that's not
Yo.
big enough.
Super dope.
That's
Aisha
always
is super
good.
dope. Make sure y'all check her out.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if we all could give a hand clap of praise, ladies and gentlemen, Iesha Mone'e came through.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Man, I'm so proud of you, man. And we
Yo,
are
I looked at our thing. You've been following me for a minute.
straight up for years now.
You one of them people that I feel like put into the universe. Like, this girl gonna make it.
Absolutely.
And then it happened. I'm like,
Absolutely.
we already knew it, but I ain't know it yet.
Yeah.
So, thank
Yeah.
He
You
just
know,
got this type of aura. he got an aura. He got I guess it's blue or
you. I
green.
was scrolling.
Cause
I'm
it's
like,
go.
wait a minute, this name looks so familiar. And I thought, I was like, he
Yeah.
already knew it. That was like back in 2017.
Yep.
Like 3 years.
been a minute.
He got a gift. I don't know what it is. He got a gift.
Been a minute.
But that's amazing.
Well, I got you. I'll Amazon Prime it to you. For real, for real.
So it should be there tomorrow.
Everybody in here is Amazon private net book today.
Straight up. Please do so. The HBCU Experience, ma'am, I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for coming through to the Wildest Radio Show. Your first radio interview. Come on now.
Whoever comes after this, y'all gotta top it. I'm sorry.
I'm living through you. I'm living through you. Now I'm about to go back 20 years later and be a woo-woo next year. I'm gonna try out and see what happens.
I'm telling you.
I got one last question though. I got a basketball league, youth basketball, ages 13 and 17. And if you had to talk to some kids about going to college, what would you talk to them about? Like, would it be about education? Would it be actually about the experience? Or would it be about,
Pride.
Yeah, correct.
Community.
Okay, so I would definitely, people now like stress that, oh, you don't need an education or, you don't have to go to school. I'm against that because I feel like anytime you can, well, I'm not going to say I'm against it because you can learn in different situations, but in college, you're just going to get a completely different experience. It's going to make you grow as a person, especially for guys. Like, I look at some of my friends now. One of my friends, he's 18. Yesterday, I just went to his housewarming. He's 30 now. He started, doing real estate. And, he's been flipping houses like crazy. So he's a millionaire already, and it's amazing to see. He went to Virginia State University. So without that, I wouldn't have met him. But I would definitely say, like, you should go for, I don't really think it's one specific reason you should do, but you're going to get all of it, whether it's, your experience, number one, because I will go back to any of them parties on Light Street today if they let me in. And then not only that, your education, like your professors are very in tune with you. They watch you grow. So when you get to graduation, they're like, oh my God, like, I remember you coming in here. I was 17 when I got to state. I didn't know anything. I thought I was grown. I didn't know anything, and it pretty much groomed like the woman that you see today. Little stuff like, making sure that you groom yourself in the morning. My woo coach would die if I walked out of the house with a bonnet on. Like,
come on, man.
She literally.
Oh, he is the bonnet
she was
conqueror.
Raised right.
For real, and
yeah, man.
Dr. Johnson, she's heavy on that, about like appearance and always having like good energy, like friendly and nice, like be nice.
So Mike J, your daughter gonna go to Virginia State there.
Man, I'm finna be the Jaleesa on campus.
No, see, that's exactly why I'm going to get my bachelor's from an HBCU.
Right.
Yep. I'm finna be Nikki Parker. My son finna be like, Mom, you can't come up in here.
She's
I like Nikki Parker though. Just don't be going crazy over Stanford. I won't.
Hilarious.
But my son don't even know. He gonna be opening his acceptance letter. I'm gonna be like, me too, baby, me too.
We going together at this point.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna need you not to
deal.
traumatize him like that.
A package deal. Well, shout out to that, ladies and gentlemen. Well, shout out to her for not wearing her bonnet.
Yes, thank you, sis.
Maybe you guys should learn a little something too as well. Okay.
For real,
Stop.
I hate bonnets too. My friends be looking at me sideways. I'm
not
not a bonnet
going
girl.
outside.
I wear silk scarves, but it's probably because I got locks.
See, that's
I'm not going outside in the bonnet. I wear the sleeve
I'm never going outside.
with my silk scarf and my bonnet on top. Just because I need extra security.
Okay.
Now you look like
I'm trying to wake up bold and beautiful.
Exactly. If one come off, the other one got it covered, sis.
You're good.
Don't worry about
You up at
it.
3 in the morning like, my bonnet is off. My bonnet is
But my scarf got it covered.
now you look like a thugged out mushroom. That's all
Bone
right.
Thugs in Harmony. And I'm going to miss everybody.
Oh my God.
Hilarious, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, she has come through and shut down the Black Top. We are proud
I love
to
her.
have
So much, guys.
Miss
I
I.
really appreciate
Listen,
it.
this is your second home. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to come back
back.
anytime. You ain't even gotta wipe your feet. Just come on in the room, as the preacher would say. But we
Next time
appreciate
I'm
you.
bringing bottles on deck because I ain't even y'all on the type of time. So I got y'all next time.
Hey, I'm going to hit my up north pop smoke for you.
The HBCU Experience. Make sure you guys go get it right now. Available on Amazon. Prime it, please. Get it as soon as possible.
And the Boulevard Brand.
The Boulevard
.com.
Brand. Please go support, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. They got good stuff for you to look good and read good too. Come on now. You can't beat that. All right.
Okay.
But I'm so proud of you, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming through.
I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Iesha Mone'e.
Yes. My good sass.
If you are tired of living check to check, owe the IRS and need a refund? Need a tax preparer who will represent you? Look no further. Contact Journal Audits today. Our mission is helping clients to build economical stability. We service individuals, self-employed, and small businesses. Let's help you change your financial situation today. Visit journalaudits.com or call us at 804-893-5007. Again, that's 804-893-5007 to schedule your appointment today. Journal Audits, proud sponsor of the wildest radio show on the net, The Black Top. Thank you so much for watching our video. Now, if you don't mind, can you do us one more favor? Hit that subscribe button and also tap that bell notification. That way you're alerted about all of our live content, our live episodes, behind the scenes information, also live interviews with some of your favorite guests, and plus many more right here on Black Top TV. Also, if you need more information about the show, follow us on Instagram, The Black Top. That's DABLACKTOP, and you know me. Ha! I'm a poet, ain't even know it. I rhyme all the time. And that's about it.